Okay, this is one.
Aku lebih satu kalau punya faham.
There are two types of non-exact. This is independent. This is non-independent. But in the book doesn't state the word non-independent. But you can consider is non-independent. What makes these people, these directors, not independent? Yeah, based on box 2.3 just now. Base, you can refer to box 2.3. In ASX, you can refer to box 2.3. In UK FRC, you go just now what page that you showed just now. For UK FRC, there is another part that you can also refer to for the independence of the director. 1 to 8. Okay. Can everyone go to page 1 to 8? Is that the name?
Itu bukan kalau
Yeah. Okay. This is the one. I know this is too far from the page of UK FRC, and remember UK FRC is under appendix, right? So please remember this page as well. Talk about the independence of the director. Page 127, 1 to 8, 1 to 8. 128. Okay, so now we know ASX box 2.3 for the independence. UK FRC is this one. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
Both these pages, like, they're like side by side.
Oh, 127, 128.
No, this box, this director.
Oh, okay. After this one. Okay. That is good. Okay. This box in your textbook is not too far from 1 to 8. Is it 1 to 7 or? Yeah. You can always link these two.
I just want to point out that it's independent non-executive director do not work for the company, and non-executive director is working for the company.
No. To tell about who is working or is not working is looking at the executive. If non-executive means not working, executive means working. Executive means working. Non-executive not working, but doesn't mean that he or she, even if they are not working, he or she is independent. We have to test. But between working and not working is looking at the word executive and non-executive. Okay. Alright. So let's move on. Okay, have you answered all for this under ASX? You need more? We have covered all three. OECD we discussed last week. We started this morning with UK FRC, and here we are using ASX. But look at the real question here. The real question is actually asking you to use UK FRC. So for our last exercise, before we move forward to the next topic, can you do this for UK FRC? Okay, can do it now. Last week. Oh, okay. Let's recap. Let's recap what we discussed last week. Okay, just to refresh our understanding. Okay, 3.19, if referring to UKFRC, the chair is not independent because holding significant shareholding, provision 9 and 10, right? And you can refer to the table just now. And this one at least half, provision 11. Okay, and then provision 24 and 32. And it's not having only remuneration only, because remember in UKFRC only 3 out of 4, right? Okay. Okay, let's move on since we are all done with this. So let's move on to part E.
Salah tu tanya mati. Mati pun hilang. Aku tak ke mana lah.
Dalam wifi.
Okay, this is the last part of module 3, and this part is going to show us how corporate governance is being applied in non-corporations. Right, we have been doing so much on CG on corporations, and this is the part that shows okay, CG also can be applied on non-corporations as well, like public sector, like not-for-profit organization, clubs and societies, and so on. Remember we talked about the countries in part C.
Yes.
We discussed 7 countries, right? And among others, we also talk about some types of reports like Cadbury report,
Ramsey report.
yeah, Ramsey report, and so on and so forth. Here we are looking at corporate governance in family owned. And why this family owned is parked under non-corporation? We are assuming that this type of family owned is SME. SME. Okay, and we can also link this with market-based and relation-based. This is under market-based or relation-based? Family business. It is under relation-based. Okay. So how CG can be applied for not-for-profit? What is the reason? Okay, let's say we are talking about corporate governance in public sector or in a charity organization. Why CG is important? Why we still can say that CG is also can be applied and important for non-corporation, especially public sector. Why? We are talking about accountability. Accountability. Okay, we are talking about stewardship. Stewardship and accountability. Okay, what is the difference between stewardship and accountability?
For that.
Stewardship. Okay, can you remember we have 5 theories?
Yes.
One of those theories is stewardship theory, right? Still remember what stewardship, what does stewardship theory tell us?
Steward untuk jaga.
Yeah, something like a guardian. You know, you are
Guardian.
the steward. Okay, you are supposed to do as a steward what you're supposed to do. Stewardship theory. So according to stewardship theory, and if you are to apply this in public sector, stewardship is, we are talking about you have someone has appointed you, or maybe the people have appointed you. Let's say talking about a minister, MP, a member of parliament, okay, or even exco, a state exco, or recent state election, right? So that's how you get the stewardship. Because people are perceiving, people are looking at you as the steward to deliver your task. And how about accountability? Stewardship means people appoint you and you do. How do you define accountability?
Accountability is the thing that we are responsible.
The thing that we are responsible to be held accountable. Okay, accountability is to be held accountable. For example, if anything happens, you should be ready to answer. That is how we define accountability. Okay, let's say for example now being a member of parliament, being a minister, if anything happens, being a minister, you should be held accountable. Can you relate that? Stewardship is you are being a steward, you do. And accountability, usually if anything happens, you are being held accountable. And that's the reason why anything, like, I think you can always relate this with, parenting or even school system. Usually the headmaster will address the issue. The headmaster will answer the questions when anything happens. Even the recent case of Almina, the Ministry of Transportation took the accountability of that issue, that case. Okay? Because accountable. Because that incident falls under the accountability of MOT. Okay, look at these two. So what is the difference between ACNC and AICD? What is ACNC? Charity. ACNC is for charity. AICD?
For the non-for-profit.
Because this is mainly for charities. Okay, this one is mainly for not-for-profit. Okay, I repeat, ACNC is mainly for charities, and it is being divided into two. One is in Australia, another one is overseas. ACNC is about charities, and AICD is for general not-for-profit.
Bukan not for profit to charity.
This one is for charity specifically, but not for profit could also be, charity could also be using this one.
ICD,
Yes.
ICD juga lah. So maksudnya AICD non-profit / charity.
Non-profit dia luaskan, non-profit itu masuk charity. Tapi kalau cerita tentang charity saja, dia boleh guna kedua-dua AICD dengan ANCNC. Apa lagi contoh non-profit?
Macam government.
Government, dia boleh guna yang AICD.
AICD.
Ada guna ACNC. ACNC itu untuk charity saja. Tapi untuk charity dia boleh guna ACNC dia.
nampak present.
So, mostly kan dalam exam kan, dia akan keluar part apa tu. Sebab yang ni kan 25%.
Dah je. Dia boleh bagi macam ni chapter 3 kan. Mungkin dia boleh bagi yang tadi tu, yang kita buat banyak tadi tu. Dalam essay pun ada, dalam MCQ pun ada. Ada yang dia buat jadi banyak.
Semua part lah penting. Chapter dalam modul.
Penting untuk MCQ, yes. Untuk yang essay, part D. Untuk MCQ semua topik ni. Kita tak tahu nak tanya apa. Tapi untuk MCQ dan essay, most probably kalau nak tanya chapter 3 essay.
Ya, sebab Sarah sambil ada quiz, chapter 3 dengan chapter 4 mesti akan ada kat extended question.
3 dengan extended question. Untuk chapter 4. Chapter 4 pun ada. Chapter 4 dia banyak jargon, banyak technical terms. Dan chapter 4 juga ada banyak application of CG.
Dia macam benda case.
Yes. Jadi kita belajar banyak teori kan. Chapter 4 ni. Okay, so for the next slide, it shows us how CG is also applicable in public sector, because we are very much because public sector is very much emphasizing the 3 E's. Economy. Do you have public sector accounting here? Right. You can relate what you have learned in PSA here.
Sarah lah lebih.
Okay, performance and conformance. We saw this earlier, right? Performance and conformance. Conformance more on compliance. Performance is the way you apply the other 2 E's. Okay, this is what I said earlier. We have accountability, we have stewardship, and we have the others. Have I asked you this question? What is the difference between efficiency and effectiveness?
Yes.
Do things right, do the right thing.
Yes.
Right? You can apply this. Okay, the highlight of this part E is Australia is trying to promote the importance of CG also in not-for-profit organisation, because they are contributing to the economy of Australia as well. Okay, by having government grants, donations on charities and societies, and that's all. Okay, have you guys answered? Okay, can you answer all these questions?
Yeah.
Can you answer this? Then we go for another round of break. After the break, okay, I don't want to start new module today. So after the break, after discussing this, I will ask you to complete mini quizzes and module quizzes for chapter 1, 2, 3. And okay, maybe if I can ask you to do the quick fire quiz. I think the quick fire is because
Dia bikin soalan cakap lagi ke apa?
Tak tahu. Baca dah.
Kita kan dah ambil test kan yang 20.
Tak, yang ni yang dalam knowledge duty.
Itu wajib buat juga.
okay, because especially the midterm test, because the midterm test is going to be available up until early of September. Okay, let me show you this.
Siap, itu bukan midterm dah kata.
Yang ni dalam knowledge duty.
The one is
Yang
for
mana
me.
ni dia include kalimat juga ke sir?
Huh?
Tak. Okey. Okey, dah semua. Yang pika pun dia masuk kat situ ah. Ada.
Anyone has tried the midterm test? Have you? Anyone has done?
Ini review.
Okay, never mind. You do the questions for part A first. Okay, I want to show you this. That is before mid-sem test question, we have quick fire quiz. But that one is going to be available for a longer time. What I want you to try is to do this. Okay? So it starts. Tapi tak buka lagi lah.
Oh.
Okay, let's do this.
Dia start 2 PM.
Petang. Okay. So do this. How many questions you have here? Can you check?
I know.
Okay, and you can go and have your break.
Okay. Let's go.
Aku dah nampak.
Untuknya.
Love sangat.
Sama semua subjek ke sama? Tapi nak. Tapi kena tengok dulu kita degree kan. Deliver semua.
Okay, remember you have to do this. I could see most of you have already done for question for module 1. So can I request you to do for module 2 and if possible module 3 since you already completed. Okay? Okay, if you don't want to do the quick fire quick fire question, you can reserve that later, maybe today for this 1 hour, remaining 1 hour. Please complete all these mini quizzes.
Mini quizzes and module.
And mini and module.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I want to see all these columns being filled in.
Alright. Dia pakai headphone kita jangan dengar bukan buat latihan.
Apa yang kata lagi nak?
Ini aku bagi masa 2 minggu Salah, 2 minggu
Minggu. Aku tak nak dengar diskaun macam.
Aku rasa sebut.
Kita balik.